Hey there everybody, welcome to our next bit of gameplay of DoW Soulstorm. For those of you who stuck around for the last part, we captured all of the planet of Kaurava by defeating the Blood Raven stronghold. Now what we are going to do, we have a choice to make. We have a very tricky choice to make. We can either come down here and engage the Dark Eldar, who have a very small amount of space. We can knock out their leader right there, or we can come here and we can engage the Sisters of Battle, who are currently also in battle against the Imperial Guard. So the first order of business is going to be to move my men. We are going to put them into position. Well, we have a choice to make. I either send them here, and that will confirm they'll be fighting the Sisters of Battle, or I bring them here, and they have a choice. Actually, I have a choice between battling the Dark Eldar or jumping to here and fighting against the forces of chaos. Now, actually, I can come here and battle the Necron, so I have a range of adversaries in front of me. The only one that I can't really seem to directly engage right now would appear to be the Eldar, who are locked in combat against the Necron. So what we are going to do, because I'm just crazy like that, I don't want to fight the Sisters Battle yet, because I don't know a lot about them. I unfortunately haven't done much research into who the Sisters of Battle are. I know they're like the elite soldiers of the Emperor. They're like extremely devout in their faith of the Emperor. I know they have a strong affinity for flame-based weaponry, although I don't know if that's just a cosmetic thing or if that can actually have an impact on the way the battles are played out. So what we are going to do is instead, we are going to come down here. We're going to move our forces south, and we are going to prepare to engage in battle against the forces of the Dark Eldar. Now, from what I understand, I haven't fought the Dark Eldar either, but from what I understand, they are like the regular Eldar in that they have a strong affinity for speed. So I'm expecting they'll attack early on, so I want to bring extra troops in. I'm going to want to set up my troops to be able to attack quickly. Like I said, we have the enemy position here. If we can attack and secure this area here, then we will secure a pretty sizable tract of land. However, we'll most likely find ourselves besieged on 3 different sides. Plus, that's also provided the Necron and the Sisters of Battle don't decide to start attacking my positions here. However, for the moment, I don't have, a lot of room to decide how all that's going to work. For those of you who remember, we got the Deep Strike ability. Deep Strike Squad. Advanced ground to orbit tracking apparatus deployed. Allows special strike teams to be deployed anywhere before any battle. Purchase Deep Strike Squads from your stronghold. Select to deploy them along with Honor Guard purchases. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come back here and we are going to, do we reinforce from here? Yes. Yes. So we have our deep strike ability now. So if I wanted to, I could grab a broadside, or I could grab 3 groups of fire warriors. They're only 350, so that's 6, 9, 10. That's only a little over 1,000. So we're gonna grab all 3 of them. That's gonna be good right there. That's gonna be that, and then my troops are going to attack here. So my troops are going to commence their assault. Now then, I've got bam and bam. Plus I have my deep strike squads that I can commit all 3 of them into the fight, and that'll give me a pretty impressive advantage. Now, I'm not sure if any upgrades that I put onto them will be persistent, so if I like max out their numbers and they finish the battle with their numbers still maxed out, if they'll go into the next battle already maxed out. The enemy commander is a hardened veteran. The enemy force likely includes elite infantry. The enemy has 2 large bases. So we're dealing with an enemy who's most likely pretty dug in, which isn't surprising considering their leader is here. However, I'm actually pretty confident in my own abilities. Now this is a capture and hold map. Great. So I'm going to have to play extremely aggressively, which I don't like doing a lot. For those of you who have been watching, you know my preference is to build up my base, build up my forces, and kind of Zerg creep, I guess, my way around the map, you know? For those of you who played the original one, yeah, just moving out slowly, carefully, plotting out your advance in every direction. However, we don't have that luxury this time. So I'm going to send my men out. I'm not sure if... Okay, there's that. We're going to set up. Bam. Oh, look, you see? Here's our 3 squads. Oh, look at that. I'm going to send them out as well. Having all these extra squads, all this extra manpower is really going to make a big difference. Okay, so... one team is going to go there. The other team is going to go here. We're really going to just super aggressively expand is the trick here. As you can see, my men are moving out relatively quickly. I don't want to give the enemy like an opportunity to send their troops in against me. Instead, I want to really take the initiative for this particular fight. And we got these guys that are moving out to secure those positions. These guys are securing that position. Uh-oh. Looks like they're already at it. Okay, and destroy. They're going to secure that position. Now, the fact the enemy's already this close has me a little bit nervous. However, at the same time, I'm going to choose to not overly concern myself with it. Now, we have the enemy commander just came in. So, we have them. We're going to have them come over and provide support while these guys keep on moving. You know what? We're going to have them. We're basically going to annihilate the enemy right here in just a sea of fire. Now then, they're on that. We do have them on that. We still have these guys there. We're gonna max out their numbers. We have them. We're gonna send them out. Basically, what we're doing now is we're really going to solidify our defensive positions in front of my base. I'm almost tempted to not even build a barracks. I know a lot of you out there are like, did he just say he's not going to build a barracks? Well, I didn't say I'm not going to. I said I'm almost tempted to not even build a barracks. Just because of the fact that you see how much infantry I'm already starting off with. Like, you see, I'm actually starting off with some pretty good numbers when you stop to think about it, you know? We got our bases are coming up really nicely. Now, we do want to keep tabs on things like the number of positions here, which we hold the critical, or we're capping this position. So we own this position. Yeah. We own this bitch. As you can see, the enemy is they are going to attempt to engage us, which is completely and utterly pointless because my units have a massive Just an absolutely massive range advantage. But like I said, I don't want to commit my troops too insanely into an all-out battle. However, in this case right here, capturing, well, not even capturing, just like annihilating the enemy. The enemy has a little outpost right here, a fair-sized enemy base. When you stop to think about it. A tortured soul, a tortured slave, something like that. We're gonna go ahead and set up that barracks there. Over here, once that barracks is set up, my men can go on ahead and start up their Okay, here they are. Move up, move up, move up, move up. Run, 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 run. This is why it's a very good thing that I brought them in right off the damn bat. The enemy has this base over here, which we don't want them to have. The slave chamber. The Dark Eldar are essentially intergalactic pirates, for those of you who don't know. So you're going to see a lot of references to generally just some pretty twisted stuff. That's about the best way that I can even put it. Okay, I did not think my build through quite as far as I kind of wish I had. So we're going to send him back up there to build up another one of them. You are going to build up one over here. Likewise, you're going to build one up there. Meanwhile, my infantry squads are going to kind of move out in a number of directions. We do want to get, do we have, yes, we have adequate power. And very, very soon, very shortly, we'll have stuff to, let's see, the enemy has an Archon here, and I don't know much about, like I said, the unfortunate truth of the matter is I don't really know anything about the Dark Eldar, except that this guy right here is kind of strong, so he's like an enemy. He's the enemy's sub-commander type dude. As you can see, though, despite how tough he looked, evidently he wasn't that tough after all. Oh, look, you see? It's a good thing that I'm playing a little bit more aggressively now, because now I just noticed that the enemy holds another one of those critical positions. Homunculus, commander unit secondary. Okay, blow that up. Come on. Okay. Meanwhile, these guys are going to start moving out. And what we need them to do is we need them to move into position so that they can start taking down the enemy's bases, more or less. You know what I mean? Well, not taking that. Well, yeah, kind of like breaking their hold over the map, while at the same time maintaining my own ability to. Oh, see, look, the enemy's at it again. And you know what? All we're gonna do right now is we're gonna try to get up to. Oh, see, we gotta go a little ways back there, as opposed to here. These guys can just come up here. This is not the position that I thought it was. This is a critical location. And this is a critical location. So yes, my men are going the direction that I wanted them to go. I need to get that. I need to get a buzzwing squadron. Oh yes, I do have a buzzwing squadron. Wicked. So we're going to send them over here. Hopefully my men can hold out until they arrive. The enemy, oh man, okay, see, this buzzwing squadron is not moving quite fast enough. So I'm going to have to pull my men back while this buzzwing squadron moves up. And links up with them. That way we can start tearing these guys apart. These little assassin dudes right here really aren't all that tough. It's just that the enemy has a lot of them. The enemy's numbers are definitely a lot higher than I had initially expected them to be, you know. And plus we have these guys right here who are making my life no bueno. Move up. You know what? Shred him. Shred him. No, that doesn't mean moving close. Okay, you know what? Okay. We can do this. We can still pull this off. Still have time. We still have time. We still have time. We still have time. Stop. Okay, fire. As you can see, we have a lot of fire coming in now on these guys, thankfully. Okay. Move up here. Move up here. Everyone move up here. This will allow my men to spot the enemy's mandrakes and such. Okay, they're gonna have them do that. These guys right here provide security on that. These guys will focus this on. No, capture this. Drop this. Okay. And in the same respect, we have these guys who are over here doing nothing pretty much, which is no bueno, especially considering I have a position here that's in some degree of danger. This is what I was talking about, man. These guys right here are just no bueno. We have those 3 deep strike squads. They don't seem to be doing me a whole lot of good, actually. Unfortunately. However, there are reinforcements on the way. I hope. Set that up there. We're going to send these guys off to here as well to support them, because this battle is going not the direction I had really hoped it would go. No, keep moving! Fuck's sake! See, are they going to capture this position quickly enough? Come on, keep on it. Uh-oh. It's going to be so close. How? There were only 3. What? Did I lose control of the first position that I had? I don't understand. What? Hold on real fast. Hold on. Use that detect. See, I need someone who can detect cloaked units, and I need to be able to produce more than fucking 2 of them. What the actual hell just fucking happened? And now on top of that, I'm nervous because the enemy's probably about to... No, they're still fighting there, I see. I don't want to do another fucking... I really don't want to do a take and hold victory, man. That's nonsense. I'm just not interested in that. Because we have this bonus right here. It's Arca. It says it automatically fires, which really just makes it even more embarrassing that I basically just got stomped. Okay, so we're going to reinforce once again. A little bit of extra. I'm nervous to start another attack here, but at the same time, it's like either that or here. We're gonna attack here instead. Fuck it all. Now, as you can see, I don't have the points to bring in the elite squad. However, I can bring in the 3 of them to make up the difference. So hopefully, I will still be able to. It's another capture and hold. I really hate capture and hold. I don't know why. I just do. There's something about the way the match drag out, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, alright. You know what? It's all whatever to me. And I have them go there. They'll secure that position. They'll secure that position. This map right here is going to just be a nightmare for me. I can already tell. So we're going to move out and after this. The 3 critical positions, which are, that's a relic, that's a critical position, that's a critical position, and that's a critical position. So one thing I definitely want to do is I want to start building up early on to rush the middle, basically. So actually, you know what? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to rush and secure this position here. I got my commander, my Dark Eldar, and so on and so forth. They're all moving out to do what I need them to do, which is to take that early position. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, we're going to throw down that guy right there. This guy is going to come over to here, secure that. Now they have this position here, so we're going to send them to here, which is going to be a long and unpleasant trek. I know it is, but it's still something that I need them to do. Okay, we got that position there being secured. We're going to send these guys a little bit more out of the way. So we're going to send them to there. Meanwhile, he's going to come over here and set up what we need set up there. That's taken care of, so we're going to set up our barracks. Now, what I'm more concerned about than anything right now is just not having control of my units, not knowing where my people are at. Like I've already lost track of my shaper or task. One thing that I'm very, very nervous about right now is that I might be overextending my troops in my line. Which I really hope I'm not, but at the same time, I think I am. Just because you see how fast I'm already sending my troops out in every direction. Like I'm Johnny on the spot with it right now. Oh, we need more requisition. So that's where these guys come in, running around and securing all these other points and so on and so forth. Before the enemy can, you know, make my life a little bit more miserable. And we're gonna have these guys come over here and secure this position. That's being set up there. So these guys are going to come and reinforce the center. See, these guys are moving into position already over here. Is that going down there? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Secure that. Get in one of them. As you can see, I definitely. Oh, here's my shaper too. He blends in. Is what it is. He blends in. Okay, now we're gonna have them come over to here. Do their thing there. These guys have this position secured. These guys have this position secured. So we're gonna hold them back. We're gonna send him over to here. So that way he can set up a listening post there. As you can see, that's one thing that I'm really pressing for this time around, is listening posts. And at the same time, being a lot more aggressive with my expansion, or whatever it is you want to call it. Doesn't really matter. Okay, is that going down? They're on the move. He's on the move over there. They're going to. Uh-oh. See, here we go. It's a good thing that I had my men. All of them mean. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks like it's on, ladies and gentlemen. The battle for the hill is is on. I just need them to hurry up and secure this position here. Alright, cool. See, now we have this position here. They're all the way up here, but they can already see the enemy if they see where they're at. It's like, you're done. You're done. And we already hold 2 of the positions. So now, what I need to do next is I need to keep just like a steady supply of, man, get out of the way. I can't see. Now you want to frickin' move. Okay, see, like, the enemy here is there. You got this big guy right here. He's making their life uncomfortable. The Shaper Orchard is also fighting them. This is definitely what I'm talking about. What I want to do right now is I really want to start shifting my focus back in more towards the middle. I'm gonna send them in. I'm gonna send them in. We have the positions that we want. We just need to hold them now, while at the same time aggressively developing and upgrading my base and so on and so forth. See, like this is no bueno. This is very no bueno. Move back, move backwards, move back, fall 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 back. Yeah, I really hate it when they get into melee. I really do, like with a passion. Like literally, what I need is I need for these guys right here to have a hold ground. Is there a hold ground? Yes. As you can see, we have a pretty fair barrage of fire coming in behind the enemy, which we like. And what we want these guys to do is we want these guys right here to set themselves down up here and do the same thing. Here's where the issue comes in, unfortunately. However, it's just a couple of cultists. I'm not even worried. As you might have noticed, I wasn't even worried. We have not much of a self-defense capability for our base itself. However, as long as my men are able to continue moving to where they need to move to, and we can still keep on building up what we need to have built up, we're good. As you can see now, the enemy can't get to the top of this hill. And they're completely ignoring. Well, they're not completely ignoring, but they're pretty much ignoring this position, despite the presence of that. Uh-oh. Run away, little Earth drone. Run away. Where'd he go? There he is. Uh-oh. That's no bueno. Uh-oh, that's really no bueno. I really should have thought that through a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to send these guys over to here to support them. And while these guys are over here, they're going to come over here and secure this position. He's on his way here already, so he's going to go there. He's going to set up our listening. No? We don't have this? Yes, we... Oh, okay, he's already on it. Wait. These guys right here ain't doing so hot against this guy, mainly because of the fact that they're engaging it in melee, which is a big no-no. Which is a huge fucking no-no. Move into position. him, we don't like them. We don't like them. Can we hit him? Can we hit him? Can we hit him? Nope. Okay, so we're gonna have them come here, and they're gonna hold their ground. That's the stand grounds. They're doing what I need them to do. Meanwhile, these guys right here, they're holding this. It is taking so much longer for me to defend these than it is when the enemy takes them and I have to capture them. Maybe that's just my imagination. I don't know, but it feels like that's about what's happening. Thankfully, the enemy's not having a very good time of capturing this position from me. We're gonna move the second firing line up to the front. Second firing rotation. They're holding their positions. They're holding that position. We have these guys over here securing this position. Can we get another? We probably could. In fact, I'm sure we could. We're gonna get 2 more set up, even though we're about to win anyways. 45 seconds. I almost feel like we could probably get... I'm gonna move them ahead, move them down, have them start firing on this relic position here. Which is a very risky idea. Like this right here, no bueno. This right here, no bueno. We're gonna blow this up. We don't want them to have that. We don't want them to have nice things, period. Oh, let's see, and then we have the Chaos Sorcerer showing up because he feels like a badass. Yeah, well, you're not much of a badass anymore now, Nice. Look at that. We have achieved a take and hold victory. It definitely... So we have a mixed basket episode. We unfortunately were unable to defeat our adversary down here with the Dark Eldar. However, we were able to utilize the advantage, the known weaknesses of the chaos, of the chaos hordes, and we were able to successfully capture a position here on this planet, whichever planet this is. This might be, that's 2. This is probably like Kaurava 1 or something. I don't know. That's going to be it for tonight, though, everyone. We are going to end the turn and see where things go. See if Chaos is going to attempt to counterattack. I might have to do a defense. Do not know yet. Dark Eldar attacking. Eldar are attacking Necron. And then Chaos, they did not attempt an attack, which they're going to come to regret. We are going to reinforce this position here. We've got some Fire Warrior squads. We're going to get them. We're going to get those. We are going to get a barracks set up, and we're going to get 2 of those set up. So we have a nice defense kind of deal set up here now. We're at 33 minutes, everyone. So 33. See if we can do one more in 15 or less. It's very, very tempting, especially considering how weak this enemy position here is. And if we take this position here, we get a crisis suit guard. Now, I haven't actually seen what the crisis suit is. I'm assuming that it's tough, it's important, it's durable, it's something we kind of want. We're going to end turn so that way we can restock out our bodyguards before we push in and we attempt to take that position. So we are going to go one more round, everyone. You're going to hate me, I know, because you're like, why you always do this? You make these videos so long, no one ever watches them all the way through. And I know, I apologize. Sorry, not sorry. However, now, it is on, like Donkey Kong. I don't know if I still have those deep strike squads, since I don't think any of them were actually killed. We do indeed have all 3 of them. Now we can deep strike in some of these recruit carnivore squads. Effective against infantry and heavy infantry, fast attack, close combat units. So they're good against in melee. So I'm half tempted to grab 3 of them and take them in, but I know I'm going to want the points for keeping my bodyguard squad strong. So bam, there's that. We're going to send in all 3 of them. This is going to be our final battle for this episode, everyone, and the only reason why I'm doing so many in one episode is because of the fact that I haven't done a lot lately with this, is that it kind of stopped, or yeah, more or less stopped. I didn't want you guys to think that I had forgotten, because I know at least someone out there is like, I want to see this thing through to the end. And you know what, guys? I completely understand how you feel. I want to see this thing through to the end as well. So we are going to send our men out, and I mean we are going to absolutely like locust just every direction, everything that we can. We're gonna just go and secure. So we're gonna like immediately be all over the place. We're gonna go on ahead and do our usual setup. We have them securing positions, they're securing positions, they're securing positions. We already have that set up there. These guys are gonna come here. He's gonna come there and set that up. Or be ready to set that up. We're gonna go on ahead and actually grab our last one, because these guys are already set up here. These guys are already gonna be set up back here. So we are really going to be like pushing it out, is I guess the most apt term for the situation. We're gonna be really just bam, 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 bam. Like, my men are gonna be super aggressive this round, because of the fact that I kind of need them. Now, I don't know if, I'd imagine Chaos have like jump jet type units, so I'm a little bit hesitant to not have people up there. Oh wait, that's not done yet. So we're going to have these guys over here. They're going to be in a whole ground stance. I actually just recently started, like just now when you guys saw me using the different stances. Yeah, that was the first time that I've used stances. I don't do a lot of tinkering with the core mechanics of games, unfortunately, because I'm not a smart man. Now we have this position here, so we're going to send these guys ahead to reinforce them. He comes over here, and he starts setting up that there. We have this back here. We're going to be kind of unorthodox. I'm going to set up our deal there. We have these guys back here. We're going to have them come this way and secure this position. We're going to have them come out this way. I don't know how heavily the Chaos rely upon stealth units, which isn't something that I'm super duper excited to find out about either. However, as long as I'm able to keep on pushing my units out where I need them to be, I'm not the most worried guy in the world. I'm really not. I'm going to have these guys come out and secure this. At least these guys right here are. Now we can get this vested. Oh wait, no we cannot. We do not have enough requisition. No, we are bringing in our requisition at a pretty good rate though, I will be honest. We already have enough. So we're gonna, a lot of you are like, you really need to spend your stuff too fast. You need to save it. Let it build. You need to let it build. It's one thing that I learned, and I learned this in an incredibly weird way. I learned this through a StarCraft strategy guide, of all things, StarCraft, that's right. I learned in the StarCraft strategy guide, don't save resources. In the time that it would take you to build up new units, if like your base gets attacked or something like that, if you save your resources up, it would already be too late. It's best to have men already built, already trained, whatever the case may be. So that way, as soon as things go down, as soon as things go crazy, you can immediately start. You'll already have them built up en masse. You won't have to wait for those reinforcements. You won't have to wait for nothing. It'll already be, everything you'll need will already be put together in position, ready to go. Which, obviously, we want. And for those of you who have noticed, for those of you who have been paying attention, you've noticed we're, our build for this right here is actually, we're spreading out in every direction pretty damn fast. Stop to think about it. Now we have this position here secured. We have them guarding. We have a nice little energy deal there. We're gonna have these guys keep on moving. These guys are going to secure while these guys pull ahead and provide security. We have the, now that we have the path of enlightenment, which for me is the greatest thing in the whole damn game that you can get. It really is. It changes things. People don't realize it, but it changes things. There's one thing that I can promise you right now is that when you get that path to enlightenment, the whole game experience changes up, guys. So we are going to move them down here since we have this kind of pulling security, very security. We have this guy right here. We're going to build that. That right there. Meanwhile, my forces are going to continue advancing forward now that we kind of have a better situation, a better control of the situation. Now we're getting close to the middle of the map, so I'm expecting us to get into the area where start getting into the area where the chaos actually is starting to control. But I'm not exactly worried. You know what I mean? Not me. Of course you don't. Or maybe you do. I'm sure there's smart people out there in the world. Look at this. We're finally getting into it, man. We're finally getting into it. So we're going to have them move ahead to here and secure this while they pull security. They're going to come over here because we saw some enemies there. We did. We got them securing that. They're going to come up here and they're going to secure this position. We want this. Meanwhile, we got him. He's bringing up the rear. He's setting up our bases. Like I said, I kind of creep my way across the map. However, I'm doing this one a little bit faster than I normally do because of the fact that I started off with all the extra squads, which is making a fairly big difference in my playstyle. Some of you out there might not have kind of picked up on it yet, but it's there. It's there. I'm definitely playing a little bit more aggressively. Actually, I'm not even worried about that because if you're a viewer of my channel, then you're automatically smart and you automatically know the truth. People are going to continue their advance. Now we do have this going on right here. Uh-oh. Oh. Ooh, cultists. Ooh, space marine. Ooh, they're all dead. Oh, oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, that's a lot of cultists. That's a lot of space marines. Oh. But it doesn't matter because these guys right here, they have a very good, a very powerful ranged attack. So I'm not even worried about them in the least. In any way, shape, or form. As you can see, we have them, we have that, them. We have this position back here secured behind us. So we're going to have him come along behind us, do his thing. We have that position there secured. I'm going to have them come along to there. As you can see, like I said, this is my playstyle. This is just how I prefer to roll. I know some of you out there are like, you're too slow. Your rounds take too long. I regret that. Let me just go ahead and put that one out to you right there. And put out a couple of them. Fruit shaper, just because I can. Now that I got this great excess of resources. Well, not a great excess of resources, but we're getting there. We're getting to that great excess of resources level that I'm shooting for. We have that there. There's a critical location up there that we kind of want, but at the same time, I'm just going to keep on pushing my forces forward. So we are actually going to hotkey these guys now. You see how we have them set to 1, and then we're going to have squad 2 set to 2. So it'll be a lot easier for me to simultaneously advance my troops. And we just 1, and then we're going to have them advance onto this. And I'm expecting this position here to be captured, so my men are already going to be ready. And captured. So, oh, and the enemy's actually building something here also. They're building an armory. So we might be getting close to the enemy's. Uh-oh. Then we had that. But we are going to have... They are actually not... I don't want them, like, buildings. I don't want them engaging the enemy in, like, melee combat. I just don't. Because Tower is so notoriously bad at that. I don't want them doing it. Now they have this here also. We're gonna knock that out. I'm not even going to attempt to capture positions anymore, really. I'm just gonna keep on pushing my forces ahead. Okay, see, like they have that there. However, the enemy has that position there, which is no bueno for me at the moment. Oh, then we have this going on. Yeah. These guys right here. Now, these cultists are just not super smart dudes, are they? They're just not. We have that going on there. My first task force is just chilling out, waiting to get their orders. So we're gonna have them advance into here, because I want to say this is where the enemy's main base is gonna be. Meanwhile, these guys right here are actually holding their own decently well. Like, I'm calling me seriously impressed. Meanwhile, we appear to have found the enemy's main base. Base. Or parts of it, anyways. The enemy positions. The enemy has, obviously, heavy bolter turrets, because that's all Chaos Space Marines are. Space Marines who are corrupted. And so, less would not make sense. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The enemy means business. I better bring up the heavy, the big one, the big guns. Meanwhile in Land O'Lakes, giant spider crab with a bazooka. Because yes, he got blown up. Okay, then Chaos Marines, and these right here are the elite Guard Marines. You can tell because they got the same deal. They got the they're still not doing so hot. The enemy base here is almost gone, which is very thankful. Meanwhile, my second squad, I'm gonna have them go over here and knock out this. But I'm gonna have them knock out shit that actually shoots at them first. I feel like that would make the most sense. And, I know the army isn't a big fan of it, but I like doing things that make a lot of sense. I just do. It's a force of habit. You can see these guys have amazing range. They really do. Like, be impressed, everybody. Be seriously impressed. We are definitely pushing in. We're definitely hurting them. However, we obviously, as with any good and proper war, there's going to be casualties on both sides. My concern here isn't to do something stupid like not have any casualties on either side. My concern is just to keep my casualties low, which I seem to be relatively good at, thanks to the fact that, I put the time, I put the resources into the research. I give my troops the opportunity to be better. Nice. So we have a crisis suit guard. You have liberated Marconia from the crazed flood of the Alpha Legion's Chaos Space Marine. So we have struck not one, but two very, very powerful victories against the Chaos Space Marines. So we are going to put some units in. We're going to drop in two of them. I'm going to drop in that because everything I do makes sense. Because spare my power. So, we're going to enter and we're going to see if this right here might push the Chaos to engage me in a battle. The Eldar fighting the Necron again. Right now we're leaving them alone. We're leaving them to deal with each other. Nice. So, the enemy did not try to fight me. Can I select my units and buildings? So this is what we have here. We have that going on. That's going to be it for right now, though, everybody. We've gone through 3 fights. We're at the 50-minute mark. So, as ever, my videos come out a little bit on the long side, but I think if you really get into it, you can come to enjoy them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave comments, spread the word of my channel to your friends, your family, get the views up. We've taken down 2 enemy factions already. The Space Marines and the Orcs are already gone. And we definitely want to keep it that way. I don't foresee them coming back, but I definitely don't think I want to join them either. Run one more turn, double down on our ability. Uh-oh, it looks like the Necron might be about to. Oh, ooh, they're going crazy up there. With the Chaos, oh, they're attacking hard. Everybody, it appears as though I gambled and I lost. The enemy is hitting. They have a pretty impressive strength. So, we have a choice to make here now. I'm gonna fight. I'm going to fight, everybody. I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna make this a separate video. So, this will be going up. Both of these will be going up around the same time. Don't worry about it. Like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share the word of my channel to your friends, your family, loved ones, your pet. And you never know, Sparky might like the towel. You never know. Alright, everyone, that's going to be it for now. Well, for you, I got one more fight to win before I go to bed. It's about 11 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and get this thing going. Alright, everyone, so see you soon.